Welcome to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as France, starting in 1920. This is episode 47 and part 2 of a battle off the East Anglian coast of England. After a successful coastal bombardment, everything gets a little bit messy. So, oops, there we are, having a little bit of a mix-up here. So we shoot down... one of their dive bombers shoots down one of our fighters. Boo. Is that enough? So they're having a pop at the Dixmude, which is not here. Not there. Nope. Over here. Where are you? Ah, there. That all seems to be fine. Another weird error message. Torpedo bombers having a go at the Dixmude now. Not absolutely sure why the Dixmude is quite so intent. Well, I suppose they're launching aircraft. These battles become so hard to coordinate. I mean, what are these guys doing down here? Come on, Panlevy. I've lost my fleet carriers. Shh. Oh, there they are. So they have sort of caught up. There's the Chateau de Foy. Yep, they are going north to launch aeroplanes. And the battle fleet whizzing past. So I'm going to take the battle fleet down to 20 and put it into a holding position. So I've got the heavy cruisers coming down here to take care of that merchant ship. I've got the battle cruisers around here. The carriers all seem to want to go north because of the southerly wind. There's an unknown ship up there. So they have launched a strike against us, possibly from land bases rather than carrier. Our cap is doing a good job of hurting them, and our heavy AA is doing a good job too. Ooh, look at that. Wonderful cap. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 shot down and 1 damaged. That's a bit of a massacre. And it's all calmed down. So I have strikes available on the Dixmude, Lafayette, Joffre and Soule. Going to be approaching Carrier Division 12. He's all a bit hairy. And more are ready. More destruction of Martlet's dive bombers. 4 torpedo bombers bomb the Joffre. So far, so good. I'm just going to go back to reports and see what else is coming up. I'm just going to clear these out for the old ones. So we have 2 reports at nearly 12:30 that puts these battle cruisers and what have you over there. So that feels like a nice opportunity to launch some of these readies. And I'm going to launch them at that's interesting. The 1229 reports isn't in the target list for some reason. Only the 1222. Okay, well, if that's what it is, that's what it is. I'll launch that strike. I don't seem to be bothered about this at all. Yep, there goes the merchant ship. I don't know why that's not set. You go back to screening. So we all seem to be heading south-ish. There go a pile of... Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. That's an actual sighting. So how close are you? You are 22,000 yards away. you chaps can crank yourselves up and change to the north, as can you. Meanwhile, in Strikeland, we have nothing there. Oh, they are ready. We can dive bomb from Chateau de Foix, set the target location to about there, and launch that. Then this one, we have 2 more, and we will go for the same target. And then on this one, we have these 3. Let's place it a little bit to the north, just in case they go that way. Launch. And then finally, here we have these chaps. And we will select something, I think, to the south and launch them. Let's have a little look on the Dixmont. So it has had a fire. Evading. Oh, it's been hit by a 16-inch. Crikey. It's not going to like that. And another 16-inch. Oops. Can we bring this under our control? No. Let's go independent. So yes, I didn't expect that. Let's bring these battleships round quickly. Ditto these heavy cruisers. Finally. Been waiting for a little bit of this. Let's see what our Leos can do. And our Duotines. Oops. More of our cap. Our cap has been absolutely outstanding. I know I've set it to max. Speaking of max, these are going to crank themselves up. And seeing if I've got anything in particular. Fires a lot. Let's take a moment mid-battle, just collect ourselves, me, and reassess what's going on. So down here we have the Painlevé and the Lafayette, nice and safe. Over here we have the Soule and the Chateau de Foix and the other carrier, the Joffre. Over here we have the battleships, the 3 battleships racing north. Over here we have the heavy cruisers that are also racing north in order to shield the Dixmont and the slow carrier, whose name I've temporarily forgotten. We have a lot of air activity of our own, coming and going, strikes landing and what have you. Cap doing an awesome job so far, fingers crossed, keeping away enemy air attacks from Harwich and other bases. Up here, we have a variety of our strike forces milling around, and also here, trying to find the enemy. And the enemy, so far as we know, has just fallen out of range around about there. It was bullying the 2 light carriers, hence the heavy cruisers and the battleships racing north to protect it, because these had gone too far north in order to launch aeroplanes against the northerly wind. So what I'd quite like to happen is for these guys and these guys to continue to find safety, these guys and these guys to engage the British surface forces. I'm not super wanting a battle. If a battle comes, that's fine. I would really like my preponderance of carrier air, nearly 400 planes, to make some telling hits onto this force that has been cheeky enough to have a go. Time, we've got 5 hours and a bit. Battle time, we've got loads and loads of time. It's only just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's an overcast day, 23,000 yards visibility, so that will knock out any long-range abilities. And aside from that, I think we're good. I mean, yeah, it was a bit clumsy to get these light carriers entangling with these British battleships, but we will see what we can do with that. Oh yeah, Trident is our slow 23-knotter. Dixmont should be able to make 28 knots, but unfortunately it's on fire, having taken a couple of hits, 28% damage. Let's just see. Fueled aircraft explodes a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, they're having trouble. Certainly the superstructure is in difficulties. It could make more. I wonder if I can detach it. Here we go. It's not sufficiently damaged to detach. It's my fault. The Trident should never have been in Northern Europe. I should have sent it to the Mediterranean. I probably sent the wrong light carrier to the Mediterranean. Bad me. So I'm going to put the Amiral Cecile under my control. We're going to stop its scouting. We're going to make it independent. Its formation needs to be line ahead. Well, line ahead. It's only the one of them. I would also like some other light cruiser support. Actually, their own. Right, I'm going to put these into support. I would love to take these into my control and send them north to deal with any bullying British battleships. Here's my battle cruisers. So let's carry on pushing them north. So we are getting close to some ships that are being attacked. Chateau de Foy is going south. I'm fine with that. Let me just check actually on the strike forces at the moment. Okay, everything is up or coming back, going to attacking. That's good to see. Right, here we go. Here's some unidentified. Let's keep these guys going up. Okay, looking at this, which I find very hard to read, I have to pause recording and actually study it properly. They don't really stand out. But when you look at it, we've attacked them. Their heavy anti-air did 3 damage to our aircraft. Hopefully they can get back. But the big ones are this one. We have hit a CV. And then this one, we have hit a CVL. Reportedly. I don't know whether the intelligence of this gets exaggerated or what have you, but it looks pretty damn good to me. We have hit their carrier forces around about there, which was around about where we thought they were from the various reports we had. Down here, we have their battle forces. So I think their carriers around about here, and I think the battle fleet, scout fleet, call it what you will, is down there. I think that's where we are. Let's just zoom in and see if see if we can identify anything like a British battleship. Unfortunately, I can't get control of the Dixmude and the Trident. I can, however, insert my heavy cruisers before their battleship and see if I can't encourage them to be a bit more respectful. And coming in for a few more. Just reportedly a light cruiser bomb hit down the, up there. And a heavy cruiser bomb hit, apparently. And some more. Oh, enemy aircraft approaching one of ours. So I'm going to take these out of screening, put them into support, put them into line ahead, and maybe this is a good time to make smoke. I'm rubbish at smoke. I often forget to use it in any sensible way. So let's see if we can encourage these guys to leave our little carriers alone. So wish I could get these under my control. Hooray! No. Let me just go to the maximum speed. The maximum speed is 25. Let's put it up to 25. I know that will leave the Trident alone. That's fine. These guys, wouldn't it be great if I could get them under control, because I could get them to make smoke. Maybe soon. More great work from our cap as more enemy aircraft get towards us. Another enemy ship is torpedoed. I'm going to say it is so worthwhile putting a cap to max on this kind of occasion. The Amiral Cecile is going to go that way. Ooh, ouch. Poor Dixmude. Bugger. So I'm probably going to lose the Dixmude. I can't really see any way out of that. At least that should allow me to detach the Dixmude now. Detach. Yes. So the Trident is definitely going to go that way. The Dixmude. Let's put it under some sort of control. Let's just see what state it is in. Flooding 223 and on fire. Oh, Dixmude, I'm so sorry. I should have looked after you more. I feel guilty. Let's bring it down to a nice slow speed, just so that we can contain that flooding. Where are the battleships? There they go. Come on, lads. Just have a look again at the state of the air units. I've set the squadron filter to 4, so I need to see squadrons with 4 or more planes. So there's this one, which we will. Oh, they're fighters, so they can keep doing what you're doing. Right. So none of my strike forces are available to be readied again. More great cap work. The Trident. No, it's not. Have you just gone back over? Ah, these I can put into independent, line ahead, smoke, okay, squad max, and go and glowworm. Glowworm, if you don't immediately get the reference, was the Destroyer X escort for the Glorious when it was called by the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. So, oof. Now they're only 23 knots. But they're not the fastest in the world. So even Trident might be able to escape. So let's get the heavy cruisers. Ooh, they're already taking a bit of a bashing. What's going on here? It's on fire. Yes. A couple of 16-inch hits. Yeah, okay. So let's bring them down. Here are my boys. Come on. So you've got this Lion class, which is much faster. And the British line is starting to turn. Let me just zoom in and make sure. So these, let's make their escape a little bit more southy. These are just collecting. Who are they collecting? Just 2 of them. Why won't you belong to them too? So let's do the same. You guys definitely can go this way. You guys can also, let's just crank up the smoke. Shield the arrival of the battleships, maybe. Bring the heavy cruisers down. These guys smoking away. Brave. The old jerk off there. These guys just need to stop screening and come under control and go to line ahead and maybe go that way. So my hope is that they will go up this way, these will come this way, these will come this way, they will go that way, and somewhere in between all of this, these battleships will find themselves in some sort of torpedo web. And also it obscures the arrival of the 3 battleships here racing to try and sort something out. More enemy aircraft. Where are you going with all of your luck? Oh, you're going with the Montcalm. Line ahead. Get your smoke on to... No point you being on the disengaged side of the Montcalm, etc. Well, that at least has done its job of distracting the battleships from bullying the carriers. Admittedly, the torpedo in the Dixmude is probably going to be terminal. Let's see if they're able to... the flooding slightly come down, but, you know, honestly, it's... if it survives, it'll be a surprise. Let me just check that they are... Yep, they're providing cap. Ooh, Montcalm. Time to disengage for them. Ooh, 70% damage. Ouch. So yeah, actually, looking at them, their weapons are all fine, but yeah, they've taken a huge dent. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 16-inch hits. That's obviously, but you know, that was the sacrifice I wanted of them. So if they can go, yeah, then that's great. More air attacks at the Dixmude. And now we are beginning to tell. I'm going to bend the battleships around behind the light carriers. We've got some more going on. I'm going to have a look at the Montcalm and detach that. Detach. Bring the speed right down. And let's just go off somewhere unobtrusive so nobody notices. Might just put the black flag up. It's probably not really necessary. And also for these chaps. And we've got some more, and some more, and some more. So that's 3 strikes against the British. Now, do I continue to go after these guys, or having made them turn with a badly damaged Dixmude and a badly damaged Montcalm and go, well, okay, that's enough. Oof, look at these. Didn't notice they'd got so close. And then start to pull everything back. There are certainly some torpedoes floating around. And yet more approaching enemy ships. And some of theirs approaching us. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Be really interesting to see the aircraft statistics at the end of this battle. Okay, I'm going to start to wind these guys' necks back in. So that they need to come away. Oh, they've still got torpedoes. But still, they've done super brave work. Let's put some of these back onto AI control. Actually, I'm just going to go off camera and sort all of these out so that they are back to supporting and screening. Okay, I've put these mainly back under control, except for these 2 brave ones who are probably not long for this world. So I only have to worry about the damaged Montcalm and seeing if I can get that into a safe place. The Gideon, and join that up with the battleships themselves, the damaged Dixmude, and see if we can get that to a stabler place, and the Trident, and then the Admiral Cecile, and see if we can bring that back to safety. I've created a scratch force from the Chateau de Foix from individual squadrons. They'll make about 8 or 9 or something when they're all ready. So yeah, I want to disengage, but still continue to pummel them with air attacks.